Okay, so I did used to have a light here, but I smashed it, so darker on this side now. What is going on, guys? Welcome to this video. My name is Cameron and we are reviewing Civil War issue 5 today. It has been so freaking long since we've reviewed the series, and it's mainly because obviously I've got uni, I've got work, but now we can dive into it. When I got to the end of this issue, I was mind blown. So I'm actually quite depressed that it took so long for me to read this issue, because some crazy stuff goes down in it. But if you remember at the end of the previous issue, we did see the superheroes about to go head to head against each other, and well, that is pretty much what happens in this issue, and some other stuff happens. I'm not going to reveal anything, I'll talk about it at the end of the review, but... So really quickly, I did forget to announce the winner of the Civil War issue 3 comic, and of course in this video we will be announcing the Civil War issue 4 comic giveaway winner, so we might as well do that now. The winner of the giveaway for Civil War issue 3 is Joshman360, and the winner for Civil War issue 4 is called Top Secret. Now you guys can get in contact with me, or I'll get in contact with you and we can sort out where to send these comics or what have you. So yeah, I hope you enjoy them, and guys, there is also a giveaway for this comic as well. So all you have to do is leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know what you thought about this issue, and perhaps maybe what you thought about the ending or something like that. Like, you're gonna have to give your thoughts on that, because damn. But yeah, I'll announce the winner in the next issue review. So yeah, we really need to review this issue because it's so awesome and I really need you guys to see it. It's incredible. So let's do it. So opening up the issue, we're going into it, and it opens up with us taking the perspective of some what seems to be spoiled little brats flying around the Statue of Liberty looking out for superheroes. So obviously this destination must be some sort of lookout spot for always seeing superheroes, you know, that kind of tourist attraction. And the transition from that perspective over to the superheroes fight is awesome. Like, remember in the previous issue we ended the issue with Carol Danvers and Tony Stark literally about to face off head to head, and that is where that transition takes us to when we first see all of these superheroes in this issue. Now, as for the actual storytelling, it was actually really interesting to have the perspective flipped over, because throughout the issue we do actually see the superheroes fighting from like the news perspective and like what the public think about the superheroes, because what you've got to remember is that none of the public actually know why the superheroes are fighting each other, so they just automatically assume that it's because of the death of Bruce Banner, aka the Hulk, which it kind of is, but it's also because of the death of Rhodey and the actions from Carol Danvers using Ulysses to change the future. I was also extremely fond of how badass Tony Stark comes across in this issue, especially when Carol Danvers says that she can absorb his energy, and then Tony Stark turns around and says that he remembers that, and that's why he prepared for the future, and that is just something that Tony Stark would definitely do, and the comic does a fantastic job of making these two characters, Tony Stark and Carol Danvers, look as badass as possible throughout the issue. I also don't know if you guys noticed this, but because of the upcoming Doctor Strange movie, and of course the recent Luke Cage Netflix series that just released, we actually saw Luke Cage and Doctor Strange in this comic, and I think the best part about that is that they are kind of making those characters a little bit more prominent in these comic issues, because we now know their stories. We know Doctor Strange, well, not yet because the movie hasn't released, but you get what I mean, but we definitely know Luke Cage because the Netflix series has already released, and it makes you understand those characters a lot more and actually care about what actually happens to them. The humour that takes place in this issue doesn't actually fall short either. It's still pretty funny, and the fact that Captain America, or should I say Sam Wilson Captain America, gets teleported all the way to Hollywood whilst this crazy fight is going on is actually a little bit devastating for him, because if I was in the middle of this massive fight and then I just got teleported like across the world, I'd be like, no! But we also get Miles Morales taking out Rocket Raccoon from Guardians of the Galaxy, and that is probably one of the best things ever, because Rocket Raccoon doesn't shut up, and neither does Miles Morales Spider-Man, and it just brings a lot of fun back to the issue and the situation that's happening in the pages. The loyalty of the superheroes to their friends is also tested when Guardians of the Galaxy Star-Lord aka Quill turns up, and it almost seems like he doesn't exactly know what he's fighting for. All he knows is that Captain Marvel needs him and he's there. Now, I do actually think he knows what's going on, but you do get a little bit of a sense that he doesn't know completely why Tony Stark is fighting Captain Marvel, and so it suggests just how loyal these superheroes are to their teammates. I haven't spoken about the art style yet, and it definitely needs to be spoken about. The art styles in all of these Civil War comics are awesome. I've already said it before, reminds me so much of the Invincible Iron Man artwork, and it really depicts the characters as badass superheroes. The interactions, the way they're drawn, really suggests the amount of crazy destruction that's going on and just how brutal these characters are beating each other up. It's awesome. I do also think that the Captain America Civil War movie that released earlier this year helps the reader jump into this issue with a lot more ease in terms of understanding the characters and their motivations and just how you kind of care about these characters, and especially Black Panther. Like, because he was in Captain America Civil War the movie, we actually care about him in these situations like this as well now, a lot more than what we did before Captain America Civil War released. So it just goes to show that even movies releasing in the real world help us as the readers to connect to these comic book characters a hell of a lot more. Now, as we're coming up to the final few pages of this issue, it seems that all of this destruction with the Triskelion and all of the superheroes fighting up against each other has actually taken its toll on Ulysses, and for some reason all of these tendrils start coming out of Ulysses' hands and his arms and everything like that, and it seems like Ulysses has just released his full power. From my perspective anyway, that's what I think. And probably by far the most awesome and badass yet crazy, like mind-blowing thing we will ever see in these Civil War comics so far is Miles Morales stood there holding a dead Captain America in his hand, and in Miles' other hand is dripping blood, and I've never seen Miles Morales look so badass in my entire life. And the reactions from all of the superheroes just in absolute disbelief, and even Miles himself breaking down onto his knees as he sees that in the future he has the potential to kill Captain America. Now, that's where it actually gets really interesting, but I think one of my only dislikes about this comic was how Carol Danvers handled the situation right afterwards by telling Miles Morales that he's under arrest. Like, the literal reason everybody is fighting is because Carol Danvers is arresting people before anyone has even done anything, and that is basically what she goes to do at the end of the issue. So if in the next issue Tony Stark doesn't do something to protect Miles from Carol Danvers and him getting arrested, etc., then I am going to be so shocked and actually quite annoyed. So hopefully they don't arrest Miles. Now yes, the ending to that issue was insane, but there's a lot more to it than meets the eye. So basically, it turns out that Captain America is still working for Hydra, and what was going to happen was, because Ulysses could see the future and everything like that, he could have the possibility of actually seeing Captain America working for Hydra and alert the other superheroes. He set the things in motion to lead to the Hulk's death, to give Ulysses something else to focus on, so Captain America can continue working for Hydra without Ulysses actually discovering that. And the best part about this is that at the end of the issue that we just reviewed, Captain America being held in Miles Morales' hand of him dead doesn't make sense to any of the other superheroes, but Captain America knows that Miles Morales will probably figure out that he works for Hydra and potentially kill him. So really all the other superheroes think Miles is just going to kill him for no reason maybe, and Captain America knows the exact reason why probably. So now there's a potential problem of Captain America maybe trying to kill Miles, maybe something like that, I don't know, but it's crazy, and hopefully someone's going to figure out that Captain America is still working for Hydra. Now for any of you guys that are wondering why Captain America is on Tony Stark's side, then it's because he's trying to kidnap Ulysses, and he's pretty much gone on the side in which he thinks he will be able to get Ulysses the best. So as soon as Captain America has the chance, he's going to kidnap Ulysses and take him back to the Red Skull, in which Captain America is working for the Red Skull. And that's pretty much why Captain America is in Civil War. So this issue was awesome, and honestly, like, the ending blew my mind. The art style I've already spoke about in the comic is phenomenal. Things are escalating quite quickly, not only between the superheroes, but also with Ulysses' powers himself. So that's getting a little bit crazy, and I'm looking forward to the rest of it. But the overall comic just had this essence of superhero brutality, and it really made you worry about these characters, and especially Miles Morales at the end. He looked insane. That I might actually reread the comic because it was that good. I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10 because I am so excited for this issue. I'm actually looking forward to the next one more than any other comic right now. It's really good. So guys, that is it for this review. What did you think? Let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget about the giveaway that's going on. The winner will be announced in the next issue review, and you can comment below to enter the giveaway and you might actually win it. Please let me know what you thought about the comic, because I just want to talk about this issue with you guys. It is so good. That is the end of this video, guys, but if you want to support the channel, the link to the Patreon is in the description. Follow me on Twitter and Facebook to see all the updates on these comics and what's going on in the comic book world. We did actually have a new thing come out today that I posted on Twitter. Ultimate Spider-Man on Disney XD is being replaced by a new Marvel Spider-Man cartoon that looks very much like the Spectacular Spider-Man TV series, which was awesome. So check that out. And in the meantime of the next issue releasing, guys, hit the subscribe button if you like these reviews, hit the like button on this video, and I'll see you next time.